Riding the 5-4 raft blindfolded without using items might be one of the trickiest things I've had to figure out in this game. One of the main challenges was controlling when the raft stops and goes. I need that to be consistent enough for me to even have a chance. Without items and with the slight variations in exactly when I load the enemies in, this will be hard to do. The beginning is simple enough, just waiting at the edges and using music cues to know when to jump, utilizing one Koopa to take out the entire raft so that I can control exactly when it starts moving again. My plan for the next section was to jump off the item block and into the upper section to wait out all of the enemies, but I found that the raft sometimes stops for a brief moment when passing under here, but not always, which is bad, so I decided to create a beat count that lets me take out 3 Goombas while I'm up there so that the raft never reaches 5 entities at a time. I also normalized my position against the pipe that the Goombas come out of while I do this, making this super consistent for beat counting to this block. As I walk over here, all of the mini Goombas start chasing me, which stops the raft in roughly the same spot. Mini Goombas are unique not only because they always go towards Mario, but also because they don't damage him. They just climb onto him and limit his movement. This allows me to just stall here to ensure the Koopas all fall off before using a crouch jump to travel a set distance. Now comes to the trick that makes this all possible. Once I pick them all up, I can control the raft by jumping to briefly remove all of the Goombas from the raft. Since the jumps are always the same height, the raft always travels the same distance, making this a form of normalized movement. I can combine this with Mario's crouch jump to also move him a set distance. I stop the raft here so I can both collect the rest of my kids and ensure that this piranha plant always falls into the poison. After a little bit more normalized movement, I unfortunately have to abandon the Goombas since they prevent me from jumping high enough to consistently evade the rest of the enemies. So I use a music cue to spin them all off, starting the raft, and continue spinning so I eventually land on the POW block platform. I don't know my exact position on the raft, so I spin for a while just to be safe, and then use the POW block to renormalize and then pick it up for later. I stall until a raft is far enough away so that I can run straight to the next block and control when the next set of enemies spawn in. Thanks to the added height from the POW block, I can easily hit the block side to stop my horizontal speed and tap right to land on top. This is useful since I can't release the run button when holding the POW. Lastly, I throw the POW block and stall a bit longer so that I can use a beat count to navigate the rest of the way. You might wonder, why bother learning this if using a propeller to do raft skip is significantly easier and faster in the context of blindfolded speedruns? Well, this is to see if blindfolded low percent is realistically possible. Low percent meaning any percent with no items, flags, or Yoshi. That, and it was just a really fun puzzle to solve. If we can do this level, surely the rest of it should be easy, right? Probably not. What do you think? Is blindfolded low percent going to be realistically possible? Or should I stop pursuing this?